there, Dave Markham here for the Brockporter. It's Sunday afternoon, June 10th, and I got my issue of the Suburban News, and if you open it up on page 3 in the lower half of the page is a message from our mayor. I didn't quite know what to make of it. Her first sentence, she starts off saying, on June 19th, voters will make one of the most important decisions in the history of the village of Brockport. Well, I was stunned. I think one of the most important decisions that's ever been made in my lifetime, and I'm 66 and have lived in the village of Brockport since 1946, is the vote on dissolution in June of 2010. It didn't pass, but had it passed, the whole village would have been dissolved. I think that was probably the biggest most important decision that's made in the history of Brockport. The movement of the supervision of the code enforcement office from under the mayor to the police department doesn't strike me as being a terribly big decision. So for the mayor to say this strikes me as a bit of hyperbole and exaggeration, and makes me question her judgment. Obviously, somebody in a leadership role in an office like mayor of a village, I think should be a little more objective and have a little more perspective. And why she would say such a thing kind of shocked me. Then she goes on and she says that the chief of police and 4 village trustees are proposing to turn our police department into an army of tax collectors. Really? Tax collectors? I know the trustees get to set a tax rate when they do the budget every year, but when I pay my taxes, I pay them to the tax receiver at Village Hall. I never gave my money to the trustees or to a police officer. Also, I had no idea that the police department collects taxes. Do they really? Maybe in banana republics they do that. You know, you kind of bribe the cops and pay them off. And, you know, it's like the mafia. You get protection money. But I don't think Brockport is stooped to that level of corruption yet, has it? No. So, you know, this idea that you're turning your police department into an army of tax collectors. Woo! You know, if that was somebody, you know, writing on a blog or, you know, getting animated at the Java Junction and said such a thing, you know, I could cut him a break. It'd be funny. But when the mayor, a person with, you know, ethical responsibility and, supposedly in a position of professional leadership, makes statements that the chief of police and 4 village trustees are proposing to turn our police department into an army of tax collectors, you know, I have to question Mayor Castaneda's judgment. She honestly can't believe that, and why she would be saying that in her message to the people that she was elected to represent here in the village and serve in the village of Brockport is beyond me. Well, she then goes on and says, however, there's a bigger problem associated with this proposal. Since the position in question is supervised by the mayor, any transfer of the authority to supervise this position would diminish the power of the mayor and any future mayor. Well, that's a good thing. That's why people want it. Under her leadership and the leadership of Mr. Wexler, the job performance of supervision of the code enforcement office has left a lot to be desired. You know, people are upset. And certainly Mayor Castaneda has turned this into a political issue since her companion, her significant other, is the largest slumlord in Brockport. And her conflict of interest has been brought to her attention many times, which she, like Mona Lisa, gives you one of those Cheshire Cat grins And while she's swallowed the proverbial goldfish, won't address the issue. Well, I think it's got to the point where the charade is not funny anymore. And people are pretty upset with the selective code enforcement that's happened under her administration, both when she was trustee and since she's been mayor. And so I think moving it over under the chief of police and having the supervision provided by the police department will make it much more professional, objective, and see to it that the building codes are fairly enforced. So I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, the difficulties in improving the performance of the Code Enforcement Office has been a result of the incompetence and the unethical behavior of the mayor. And you would expect something a little more professional and competent from a professional full-time manager like a chief of police. She goes on to say, quote, "This referendum is nothing more than a power struggle between Chief Ferendi and me." I don't see it that way. Frankly, Mayor Constaneda has done a lousy job. And the trustees have been made aware of that because of dissatisfied citizens bringing it to their attention. And there was a decision that the structure of chain of command and supervision in the village administration was not adequate to the job. Perhaps if Mayor Constaneda had been a better manager and more competent and more diligent in overseeing the Code Enforcement Office to see that the job was done right, it wouldn't be necessary to essentially lay her off the job and find somebody else who's more competent to do it. But this has gone far beyond personality. And for Mayor Constaneda to sink to this level of saying that a major policy decision that many citizens and the trustees and other village administrators have been involved in is simply a power struggle between her and Chief Ferendi strikes me as extremely narcissistic. Which is kind of the way Mayor Constaneda has operated all along. Mayor, this isn't about you. I know you'd like to make it about you, but it's not. It's a decision about good government. So, in a certain sense, you need to get over yourself. And you'll be gone in a year anyway if you don't resign before. And Chief Ferendi also has said that he may retire. And so whoever the new chief is will have the same responsibility. And of course, when the interviews occur to select a new chief of police, one of the things that probably will be a requirement is that they have some familiarity with code enforcement. Then she goes on and talks about how people have aligned themselves with ProBrockport. She says the ProBrockport political group twists and misinforms the public and does nothing more than blame all of the village problems on the landlords, college students, the town of Sweden, the town of Clarkson, and the mayor. I've been a member of ProBrockport, and that just isn't true. I'm not aware of any time that we misinformed or twisted any of the information. The information is freely available and can be challenged and questioned at any time. And this idea that the control over code enforcement will be used as a tool to go after anyone who speaks up against the cost of the police department and anyone who is not a member of the Pro-Brockport political group, pro-police, is just nonsense. I mean, that's a out and out, I don't know, misstatement, misunderstanding. And then lastly, she says, I fear Brockport will become a police state. I don't think so. I'm not worried about it, and I think Mayor Constaneda is way out of line. Well, that's it for now. Get out and vote on Tuesday. Bye.